What's up, cons? Today we are back for the Invincible, episode 6. To recap the previous episode, Machine Head is now the leader of the Order because he took down Mr. Liu with the help of Titan. This dumbass is out of prison, and Oliver confirmed that Mark was splitting atoms last night. In episode 6, we start off with the backstory of Powerplex. When Mr. I fucked an ant nuked the absolute hell out of Chicago, it ended up taking the lives of Powerplex's sister and niece. He's all depressed and shit, and believes Invincible is a villain who's plotted this whole thing with Omni Man due to the father-son connection. The lack of judicial enforcement on Invincible seems to reinforce his thinking, as if this cunt was actually innocent, why not report him to a court of law?
None of you would eat a dog, so why is a cow any different?
We now see Oliver getting his practice on the vegan teacher and ends up fucking up someone's insurance in the process. They start eating these stale-ass chips, and Oliver says, will the people here ever forgive Omni Man? He says because of his cockroach DNA, he had a really good memory when he was a baby. He recalls Omni Man humming songs, flying him around the palace, and seeing his parents loving each other very deeply. Because of this, he questions Omni Man being bad because he never saw anything but love from him. I ain't gonna hold it, this is great storytelling. They are really redeeming this little fucking psychopath. Not to be insensitive to those who don't have parents, or as shit ones, but I think it's a very common thing to view your parents in a very idealistic manner, especially when you're young. Paired in with the fact that he's never seen Omni Man nuke a fucking city and saw only love from him, it makes perfect sense for him to have a more optimistic point of view of Omni Man. We're back to Powerplex, about to start his revenge arc. He's getting all these things put on him, then his wife hits him with a hammer, and then he jumps off a building? Yeah, if anyone is confused about the dude, pretty much he can take an ass whooping and use the energy from said ass whooping on his enemies. He keeps shouting that he wants Invincible, but Invincible ain't coming cause his ass is too busy playing with some balls. This stretchy dude shows up instead until he gets his ass blown up in 2 seconds flat. Knowing that he fucked up, he goes back to his wife saying his ass is cooked cause he stole those devices from the GDA, so he'll be identified quickly. But his wife reminds him of the Chicago Memorial happening soon and says he can find Invincible there. He also ends up having an outburst as he feels bad for forgetting about the memorial. This causes the baby to cry, which adversely makes Powerplex sad. The moment that we just witnessed right now is a sharp contrast as to how he was at the start. Even when he was talking to the lawyer, he still seems sane, but now he is way too far gone. But hold up, let me defend this cunt real quick. I saw some people calling him stupid.
Does Powerplex have brain damage?
Yes! Hell yeah!
This man literally rewatched footage of Omni Man holding Mark by his head in front of the subway train as he struggles to break free and still blames Invincible for his sister and niece's death.
But from this one scene, you can tell he's disturbed. And to be honest, who the fuck is gonna blame him? Man's witnessed thousands of dead bodies in an instant and endured the trauma of losing his sister, who was also a mother figure. Is he a dumbass? No, he's just mentally insane. If anyone should be calling someone a dumb cunt, it should be on his dumbass wife, enabling a psychosis. Aight, rant's over. We quickly see Robot cooking up some shit. He made a bout that can stop Monster Girl's aging problem. They do a test to see if it works, and it ended up being a success. She starts crying, but he thinks he did something wrong, so he hits her with the, "You're perfect the way you are?"
Huh?
Oh, yeah, I knew this was happening.
Did you?
Yeah.
So could
No,
catch her.
yeah, I know this. I know this is happening. Thank you.
Rex and Shrinking Ray were also in the spotlight. Rex started feeling all romantical, saying he felt a connection when they had dinner the other night. But Shrinking Ray says, "I don't want to be a superhero." The reason why she wants to quit is cause she's constantly afraid of fighting until they end up dying. Me personally, I think the actual reason is cause Cecil ain't gonna be there to pay for the US medical bills. Rex is against quitting because ever since he got sold off to the government by his parents, being a superhero is all he's ever known. Fair enough, it's not like he's gonna make a living working at fucking McDonald's. Did you not see the last cunt trying to do that in this economy? We move on to the Chicago Memorial. We got Michelle Obama talking about the victims until Powerplex comes out talking his shit and demanding for Invincible. Long story short, Invincible doesn't come out, but Adam Eve does, and she just holds him down with some bungee gum. The GDA take him away, but Powerplex breaks out and runs back home. Powerplex, now 0-2, tells his wife to run away before the government shows up, but she refuses to do so, and instead has the idea of pretending to be a fucking hostage and traumatizing his kid for life just to lure Invincible.
Come on now, dawg. Come on, man.
Invincible shows up and is hitting all the right spots, saying he knows about his sister and niece, he can't imagine the pain he's in, and he's incredibly sorry about the loss of life. Powerplex ends up getting triggered and starts squaring up. Eventually, Invincible has had enough of this shit and just kicks the fuck out of him. This shit ends up being the wrong move because he ends up using all the energy to try to fry Invincible, which failed. But hey, at least it fried his dumbass wife. Rip Jack though, fucking shitty ass parents. Later on, we see Invincible trying to console Powerplex, who's locked up. He says he remembers the ones that died and realizes constantly ignoring his guilt was a mistake. Powerplex says, fuck you. The fact that you remember them and feel sorry ain't doing shit, and I'ma get my get back. The episode ends off with Angstrom Levy getting horny to Mark and Eve and these fugly ass Invincible variants about to go to war. The end. Absolutely amazing 11 out of 10 episode. I can't hate on this shit besides that dumbass wife using her own baby as bait for a fight between superhumans. Powerplex as a villain was very intriguing to see, and I loved how this episode showed how civilians were affected in the crossfire. Is he insane? Yes. Do I blame him for going insane? No, he just needs therapy, not his dumbass wife. Alright cunts, that's it for this one. Make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you cunts in the next one. Bye bye.